Hello my dear students, welcome back to the physics class. Today we will discuss about the numerical problems of chapter 12. So let us take first problem. What is there in the first problem? An electric bulb is kept switched on for 5 hours. If its filament draws 0.5 ampere current, calculate the amount of charge that has passed through the bulb. This problem is related to the topic electric current, and the formula will be used I is equal to Q upon T. So what is there in the problem? What is given? Time is given. Time is 5 hours and current is given. Current I is 0.5 ampere, and we will have to calculate the amount of charge. That means we need to calculate the charge Q. First of all, we will convert the time, which is equal to 5 hours, into the SI unit, that means in seconds. So we will multiply 5 by 60 into 60. Then you will get 18,000 seconds. And the formula required is, the formula of current will be used here, and we need to calculate the electric charge, that is Q is equal to I into T. So what is the current here? Current is 0.5 ampere, and what is the time? Time is 18,000 seconds. Then on calculating, 18 5s are 90 upon 10 into this 1000, or you can write 9 into 10 raised to power 3 coulomb. That is the required answer. Let us move on to problem number 2. What is there in the problem number 2? How many electrons are transferred? How many electrons? That means we need to calculate N between the 2 points kept at a potential difference of 20 volt if 40 joule of work is done. So let us write what are the given values are there in the question. So potential difference is given. Potential difference V is 20 volt between the two ends of the wire, and work done is given, that is W is equal to 40 joule, and you need to find the number of electrons. Number of electrons, that is N, you will have to calculate. That means on applying a potential difference of 20 volt between the two ends of a conductor, 40 joule of work is to be done. Then we need to find the number of electrons, that how many electrons will flow through that conductor. So for that we will use the formula of electric potential difference. What is the formula? V is equal to W upon Q. Here V is the potential difference, W is the work done, and Q is the charge that is flowing through the conductor. So using this formula, you need to find the number of electrons, that is Q is equal to W upon V. But again using one more formula, that is quantization of charge. Net charge is equal to the number of electrons, and what is the E? E is the charge on one electron. So by putting this value here, you can get this term N into E is equal to W upon V, and we need to find N, then W upon E into V. Now by putting the values of W, E and V, we will get 20 volt. Work done is 40 joule. The value of E is 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 90 coulomb. And what is the value of V? Potential difference is 20 volt. On solving it, you will get is 20 upon 16 into 10 raised to power 19 coulomb. And when you will solve it, you will get 1.25 into 10 raised to power 19, not coulomb. That is, we are finding the number of electrons. That is electrons. Okay. So that is the answer of the second question. Let us move on to question number 3. What is there in the question number 3? If charge carried by one electron is minus 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19, that means what is given? Charge on one electron, that is minus 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Then how many electrons will carry a charge of 1 coulomb? That means total charge is given Q is equal to 1 coulomb, and we need to find the number of electrons. That is number of electrons. N is equal to question mark. And which formula we will use here? We will use here the formula of quantization of charge. Total charge on any charge object is equal to the N into E, or you can say the integral multiple of the unit charge. What is the unit charge? Unit charge is the charge on one electron or one proton. So let us write the formula. Q is equal to N into E. And what is the Q here? Q is 1 coulomb. N, we need to calculate N. And what is E? Here we will take the magnitude of the charge on one electron, that is 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Then N will be given by 1 coulomb upon 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19, and on solving it, 10 upon 16 into 10 raised to power plus 19. And taking 1 0 from here, then you will get 100 upon 16 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons. Or by solving this factor, you will get 6.25 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons. That means 1 coulomb is the charge which is acquired by the 6.25 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons. I think it is clear to you. Let us move on to the problem number 4. What is given in the problem number 4? How much current will a torch draw from a 3.0 volt battery if the resistance of the bulb filament is 1.2 ohm? So here what is given? Let us write. Potential difference is given. That is V is given 3 volt, and that is resistance is also given R, that is 1.2 ohm, and we need to find the electric current, that is I. So we will use Ohm's law here. And what is the mathematical relation of Ohm's law? V is equal to I into R. So by using this formula, that is I is equal to V upon R. By putting the values, what is V? V is 3 volt and R is 1.2 ohm. And on solving it, you will get 30 by 12. Okay? And on solving it, you will get at the table of 6, 6 5 are 30 and 6 2 are 12. That is 5 by 2 or 2.5 ampere is the answer. Okay, let us move on to question number 5. We have done first, second, third and fourth, and 2 questions are remaining. What is there in the question number 5? An aluminium wire of length of 1 meter is given and whose resistance is 10 ohm. It is stretched, means by picking its two ends, we stretch it so that its length becomes double. Okay, and area of the cross section becomes half. We need to calculate the new resistance of the wire. So let us solve this. To solve this type of problem, we need to draw a line in middle. Suppose this is the wire of length which is given L, and area of cross section is A and the resistance is R. So what is the resistance here? R is equal to, here we will write the relation between resistance and resistivity. That is, the formula R is equal to rho L by A. This relation we will use here. So what is the resistance equal to? R is equal to rho L by A, and its value is given, that is 10 ohm. And make it a relation number 1. And when we stretch it by picking its both the ends, then what will happen? Its length becomes double. Here we only stretch the wire. The material is same, volume is same, but the length becomes double. Double than its original length. Let the new length is L-, and the area of cross section. This area of cross section becomes, let it be A-, it becomes half of the original area. And let the resistance will also we change, that is R-, that we need to calculate. Okay, by applying the same formula, what is the new resistance? That is R- rho L- upon A-. So by putting these values L- and A-, we will get rho, what is the L-, that is 2 into L, and what is the A-, that is A by 2. On solving it, we will get 4 into rho L by A. So using you can write from equation 1 and 2 we get that is R dash is equal to 4 into, by putting this value here, we will get, that is R, that is R dash is equal to 4 into, what is R? R is equal to 10. That means new resistance of the wire becomes 40 ohm. Why the resistance increases? Because the resistance of the wire depends on its length. As the length of the conductor increases, its resistance also increases. And that is the solution of question number 5. Let us move on to question number 6. What is given in question number 6? Calculate the resistivity. That means we need to calculate resistivity. That is rho is equal to question mark. Of a iron wire of length 1 meter. What is the length? Length L is equal to 1 meter. And area of cross section of the wire is area of cross section, that is a 1 millimeter square. It is not 1, it is 10 millimeter square. We need to convert this into the SI unit. Since 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter, so we will convert this 10 millimeter square into meter square by multiplying 10 raised to power minus 3 a whole square, that is 10 into 10 raised to power minus 6 meter square. And here 1 millimeter is equal to 1 meter upon 10 or 1000, or you can write 10 raised to power minus 3 meter. Okay. And what else is given? That is area of cross section is given, and what is the resistance? Resistance is given R. R is 10 ohm. So we need to find the resistivity. So again, by using this relation, that is R is equal to rho L by A. But we need to find the rho. Rho is equal to R into A by L. By putting the values, what is the value of R? That is 10. What is the value of A? That is 10 into 10 raised to power minus 6. That is 10 ohm, and that is meter square. And what is the value of length? That is 1 meter. So you will get on solving this, that is 10 into 10 raised to power minus 5 meter. 1 meter, say 1 meter you can cancel, then you will get ohm meter, ohm also, sorry, that is ohm is there, and you can cancel 1 meter by 1, then you will get ohm meter. That is the resistivity of the wire. Number 7, one figure is given in which one conductor of 6 ohm and electric lamp of 12 ohm are connected in series with a battery of 6 volt, and we will have to calculate total resistance of the circuit, the current of the circuit, and the potential difference across the electric lamp and the conductor. So let us write the given things. To find the total resistance, we need the resistance of the conductor and that of the electric lamp. Let the resistance of the conductor is R1, that is 60 ohm, and that of electric lamp is R2, that is 12 ohm. So to find the total resistance, we need to put the formula, that is the Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. Since these conductor and electric length both are connected in series, so we will use this formula by putting the values. 6 plus 12, that is 18 ohm is the answer. Part number B, what is there? In the part number B, the current, we need to find the current in the circuit. To find the current of the circuit, since these conductor and electric lamps are connected in series, so same current will flow through these two conductor and electric lamp. So current will remain same. So by using the total resistance of the circuit and the potential difference of the battery, we can find the electric current. So by using the, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, then I is equal to V upon R. So what is the potential difference? 6 volt, and what is the current? That is 18 ohm. So by cutting, you will get 1/3 ampere. Now what is given in the C part? We need to find the potential difference across the electric lamp and the conductor. Both are connected in series, so in series the potential difference across their ends will be different. That will be V1, or you can take V1 and V2 for electric lamp. So to find the potential difference, again we will apply the Ohm's law on conductor and on electric lamp. So by applying Ohm's law on electric lamp and conductor, then we can write V1 is equal to I R1 and V2 is equal to I R2. It is for conductor and that is for electric lamp. So we can find potential difference 1. V1 is equal to I. What is the I? 1/3, and what is the resistance? Resistance is 6 ohm. So what is the potential difference? That is 2 volt. And what is there in the electric lamp? That is V2 is equal to, what is the current? 1/3 into, and what is R2? R2 is 12 ohm. So what is the potential difference across the lamp? That is 4 volt. And you can check the answer by adding these two. That is V is equal to V1 plus V2. 2 plus 4, that is 6 volt, which is equal to the potential difference of the battery connected in the electric circuit. Okay. Let us move on to question number 8. What is there in the question number 8? One figure is given, and in the figure we have provided 3 resistors which are connected parallel to each other. So 3 resistors, R1 is equal to 4 ohm, R2 is equal to 6 ohm, and R3 is equal to, that is 12 ohm, which are connected in a parallel. So first of all, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the equivalent resistance. To find the equivalent resistance, we will apply the formula, that is 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. By putting the values, 1/4 plus 1/6 plus 1/12. So by taking the LCM, you will get 12. 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is 6 upon 12, that is 1/2. Or what is the value of equivalent resistance? That is 2 ohm. The answer of first part. And what is there in the second part? we need to find the current through each resistors. That means we need to find I1, I2 and I3. Since these resistors are connected in parallel, so different current will flow through the through each resistors. But in series combination, the same current will flow. So again, we apply Ohm's law on the three resistors R1, R2 and R3. Then we will get V is equal to I1 R1, V is equal to I2 R2 and V is equal to I3 R3. So we can find I1 here V upon R2, here I2 V upon R2 and I3 V upon R3 by putting the values of V and R2. What is the value of V? It is the potential difference provided by the battery. That is 6 by R1, sorry. What is R1? R1 is 4. That is, you can cut it at the table 2, 3, 2. That means 1.5 ampere. And here by putting the value of V 6 and what is R2? R2 is 6. That is 1 ampere. And what is the R3? By putting the value of V 6 and what is R3? R3 is 12. That is 1 by 2 or 0.5 ampere. Okay. And this is the solution of the second part. Now what is there in the third part? In the third part, we need to find the total current that is flowing through the circuit. To find the total current, we will use this relation I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. In parallel combination, the current flowing through each resistor, the sum of the current flowing through each resistor is equal to the total current flowing in the circuit. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. What was I1? That is 1.5 and I2 that is 1 and what is I3? That is 0.5. So answer is 3 ampere. Now move on to question number 9. Again one electric circuit is given in which various resistors of various resistances are connected in a mixed combination. That means in series as well as in parallel combination. So how we will solve this type of question? First of all, we will solve the set of parallel combinations. First of all, we will solve this. Two 2 ohm resistors are connected in parallel. So what will be the equivalent resistance? That is, let it be R dash. So we will use the formula by 1 by R dash is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. By putting the values 2 ohm, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that will be equal to 1. So R dash is equal to 1 ohm. Let us solve the second set of parallel combination. That is, we have in this set we have two 1 ohm resistors which are connected parallel. In parallel combination. So again we will use the same formula. Let the equivalent resistance of these two parallel combination is R double dash. and R double dash will be 1 by 2 ohm. Now we have solved the parallel combination, the two set of parallel combination. Now here R double dash and this 3 ohm resistor and this 3 ohm resistor are connected in series. So what is the equivalent resistance of the combination? That is R equivalent is equal to R dash plus R double dash plus 3 ohm plus 3 ohm. By putting the value, what is the value of R dash? That is 1. R double dash, that is 1 by 2, and 3 plus 3, that is 3 plus 3 6 or 7, that is 7.5 ohm is the answer. Clear? Let us move on to question number 10. What is there in the question number 10? An electric refrigerator of power 400 watt operates 8 hours per day. Then what is the cost of energy to operate for 30 days at the rate of 3 rupees per kilowatt hour? That means what is given in this question number 10? Power is given, power is 400 watt and time is also given, time is 8 hours and the number of days are given, number of days, that is N is equal to 30 days, and we need to calculate the cost. Before calculating the cost, we need to calculate the total energy consumed. So total energy consumed, that is E is equal to P into T into N, where N is the number of days. So by putting the value, what is the value of P? That is 400 and time is 8 hours and N is 30. So by calculating it, 8 3 is 24 and 24 4 is 96,000 watt hour. So before calculating the total cost, we need to convert the total energy consumed in a kilowatt hour. So the kilowatt hour will be, we will divide it by 1000. That is, by dividing it 1000, we will get 96 kilowatt hour. So the total cost of energy consumed, it will be 96 multiplied by the rate. What is the rate given there? That is 3 rupees per kilowatt hour or per unit. We will multiply by 3, then we will get 6 8 is 18 and 3 9 is 27 and 1 28. So we will get rupees 288. Let us move on to the last question. We have two identical resistors of resistance 10 ohm, which are connected first of all in series and then in parallel. So we have provided two resistors, R1 10 ohm and R2 10 ohm. Both are connected in a series and in a parallel. Then what we need to calculate? We need to calculate the ratio of the power of the combination of the resistors in two cases. First of all, we will find the equivalent resistance, that is for series combination, that is R1 plus R2, that is 10 plus 10 equal to 20 ohm. And after that you can find the power consumed. And what is the potential difference? Potential difference V is equal to 6 volt. So the power in the series combination is PS, that is V square upon RS. And what is the V? That is 6 whole square by RS is 20. And in parallel combination, when we combine in parallel, when we connect them in parallel, then we will use the formula 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. By putting the value 2 into 1 by 10, that is 1 by 5, or Rp is equal to 5 ohm. So what is the power consumption in the parallel combination? That is Pp, V square upon Rp, and V is again 6, and what is the Rp? That is 5. So what is the question here? What we need to calculate? We need to calculate the ratio of the power. That means we will divide both the relations. Dividing equation 1 by 2, we get, that is PS upon PP, and what is PS? That is 36 by 20 upon 36 by 5. We can cut 36 by 36, then 5 upon 20, or 1 by 4. So required ratio is 1:4. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.